Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Hardspace Shipbreaker. And we're on our permadeath hardcore run. Look at that, we ticked over coolant. Let's just check our equipment situation. 3 repair kits, but a bit of repairs to do. Not that I think you actually get penalised. People have suggested that maybe like when you do like the cutter, the kick that you get from doing it, it's almost like gun recoil. People have suggested that maybe that is amplified when the damage on your thing is sort of low or its durability is lower. Maybe, but I think why not? It costs us almost nothing to keep repairing, but we've got 1 repair kit left, so we'll have to buy a couple more this session, so that's fine. And we've got 2,000 bloody upgrade dollars, so let's spend there. Purchase scanner. Oh, do I just not have the 3rd scanner on this? So, oh, I can't afford it. Hang on, 3,500. Okay. O2 recharge. Yeah. Okay. I'll take it. It's something. There we go. We'll get this. All right, we're getting through it. But again, we still need more LT than we need. Like the certification's good, but as long as there's things that we can spend our LT on, that's kind of what we need. I will say, I think it might have been Andre. Someone raised the point that it's if I'm looking for LT, why aren't I doing longer sessions like I've been doing on the main playthrough? And the honest truth is there's a meta reason. It's that I'm just time poor. I make 6 videos a day and I have to edit, export and upload them. And while I'm not trying to boo-hoo or anything like that, but it's a bit of a peek behind the curtain because I don't usually talk too much about channel business. I'm fairly professional about all this. I'm not a YouTuber that cries about how hard their life is or anything like that. But and that's not even the hardest part of running this channel, this business. I'm constantly in chats and email chains and all that with devs and publishers and all that. I do so much work, it's insane. And I love it. I love it so much. But the problem is with this particular game, if I were to go start shift, see how there's no ship in my bay? Whenever you turn this game off, it deletes the ship in your bay. I've Googled it on Reddit and all that, and it's a common complaint. So if you want to actually do a ship in multiple shifts, well, and you're me, well actually even if you weren't a YouTuber, you have to do it in one sitting. You can't actually pause and exit to the menu after 2 shifts and come back and do another 2 shifts the next day or something. Or you know what I mean? You can't exit the game. So it's a terrible design flaw. I don't know why they have that. Like, it's got to be an error or a coding issue or something that they're going to rectify eventually, because it seems to fly in the face of the core design. But at least from my perspective personally, it's actually really difficult for me to say, I'm going to sit down for 4 shifts in a row and record all those episodes back to back, just because of the nature of how I cover new games every day and that sort of stuff. But I just thought some people might find that interesting. Don't get me wrong, if I had the time, I'd bloody do it. And I have made the effort to do it on the main save for a couple of breakdowns. We're going to be stopping doing that on the main save. Mostly because we don't need to anymore, but actually, well, also because we don't need to, but seriously, mostly because it's just a big time sink, and sadly, not time that I own, you know. Anyway, what do we got here? Let's have a look. Stargazer. Oh, well, that's an easy choice because for those that maybe aren't following the main playthrough, I hate station hoppers. I hate them so much. So I'm probably not going to do any more of them if I can help it until they change some of their design philosophies around them. We'll do the Stargazer. So let's jump on this. And for those, yeah, we'll continue the method that we're doing, but this is going to ooze over into the main playthrough as well, which is essentially 1 shift with an LT rush. Actually, the main account's probably going to be more of a money rush, because we won't need LT. I think we've got 1 upgrade left and we've nearly got it. But the station hopper work orders, salvage 40 fucking computer terminals or whatever, no, that's not fun. That's cleaning my house. That's doing chores. So we're not doing that crap anymore. Okay. Oh my god, it's gonna have that bloody utility key error as well on my inventory. 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah. So that's why I bought the utility key, because I have no idea if I have one or not, because it's got that bug. Alright, hang on, so here we go, switch on. 350, 550 for nanocarbon metal. Like nanocarbon metal we're just not going to do. That's unreasonable. Salvage storage. Oh, I don't know about that. But 350 for the generator. Power generator. First things first, we render the ship safe. We can't ever forget. Oh, fuck. When the crew compartment's like that, we've got problems. Okay, hang on. What did we do last time? We're gonna cycle the ship interior.
Air pressure level increasing.
Right, okay, so that will make this door open here. Oh, let's grab these. God damn it. That just started as well. I can't understand why the boop button is the same button as the... Let's almost have designed it. It's the grab button as well. Alright, we'll cycle this.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Right, and then we'll open this door, and there's nothing there that should be... Actually, it's a lie. Oh no, it looks like one of those fuse walls. What is my hand doing? Stop that, Jesus. What are you doing? Oh my god, stop glitching. I just stuck to the other door?
Air pressure level decreasing.
Oh, what happened there? Something sparked. You just gotta worry, because hitting this wall, it's got fuses and that behind it. And if you do the doors the other way around, so if we vented from that way, you'll start a bloody explosion. We've done it before. We're veterans at this. Oh, that's interesting. The cockpit's cycled. I could have sworn that was not the case before. Alright, so we just isolated. Let's pull the fuses. This ship is so finicky for explosions and that. I love it though, like in a good way. Like I don't dislike station hoppers because they're like difficult or anything. I just think that they're kind of boring, to be honest. But this is difficult, and I love it. It actually, that's one of the things I'm really excited because, like, 2, 3. When they modified the mackerels, you know what I mean? They changed all the interiors and moved stuff around. That was great. It just made the game even harder and more interesting. And then when they added this variant of the Gecko, it's probably, like, I really do like the industrial ones. I've got a soft spot for them, but this is probably the best one so far. It's just complicated. So it's sort of like, as they keep adding shit to the game, they just keep making it better. And, you know, like, they haven't really done a step backwards in the content that they've added, which excites me a lot. You know, we haven't had that moment where... Oh, Jesus, a big stutter. Where they add something and you're like, eh. These things are interesting. I think a main reason why they're not that annoying is because they're ultimately quite avoidable. Look, we might as well throw it in, even though I don't want the work order for it. It's still money. Alright, but this... Actually, I probably don't need to tether that. There we go. Alright, so there's our power generator. It wants us to get the ECU out, which is cheeky. Thruster. Thruster, we should be able to... How many thrusters does it want? 2. Oh, we should be able to just pull them straight out. Had a few sookie lars getting triggered by me doing it this way. And it's sort of like, how do you expect me to get better at something if I don't practice?
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
There we go. I shouldn't have come in straight away. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Look at that. Getting better every day.
Salvage secure. secured. Credits deposited.
Uh-oh. No, no, don't hit that. Oh, God. I was worried that if it hit it at pace, that might destroy it. Okay, cool. ECU. Do we pull the ECU? You know, that's a tough one because to do that we need to pull the reactor. What else we got? Storage, furniture, Jesus, fuck off. Metal, fuel, sensor array, hydroponics. 1 hydroponics for 60? Oh yeah? I can get around that. Hang on. Just gotta find it. Now I believe they're actually really touchy. I don't think they spark. I certainly hope they don't, because I'm putting it right next to this fucking coolant thing. Barge. Nice. Down you go. Look at that. Easy peasy. Alright, so sensor array, I believe, is the little... Is it the little circular one? Communications array, sensor array. Sensor array is the big bloke. Do I have to unscrew you? Seems that I do. Okay, it looks like we've got 2 sensor arrays at the back end as well. So what we might actually do is do those ones. Come on, let me bloody through. Alright, that's right, we go on the sideway in this ship. Oh man. It's good. Jump this game forward a little bit, you know? It seems to have been like a big success, you know, considering the indie size of this game. To the point where I fully expect them to still be supporting this game like a year from now. Rolling out, you know, new updates and that. I certainly hope so.
Oxygen reserves are low. Reminder,
ultimately, we just want the main sensor array, right? I'll go get my oxygen now.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, oxygen. Tethers. You know what, we'll do fuel and tethers. Whatever, you know. It's a shame. There should be more in set. I like the idea of the super debt sort of thing, but it's like an ignorable bloody gameplay mechanic too. I have no issue with just spending money on tethers and shit like that and running up more debt. You know, it's a cool concept. When you elevator pitch me, you go, yeah, that's clever, I like that. But then when you start to think about it, you're like, okay, but it's sort of like a half-complete concept. It's curious. I really should make the time to play more like Animal Crossing, because I believe that game does the same thing. You know, where you're essentially in ridiculous amount of debt from the beginning and you're sort of trying to pay it off. Like, that game's got a sort of survival crafting, you know, it's got some lighter mechanics, whereas this is sort of almost like, this is almost roguelike-y. Like that you just run these separate, disparate missions that don't exactly link into the overarching
secured. Credits deposited.
Sort of debt consideration. So like, yeah, I'm curious if maybe some of you guys play Animal Crossing. God, that'd be strange. Like, I got it, I just haven't really played it much. It's just a different game from this. But like, does having the extra debt interfere with your gameplay in some way that I can't sort of comprehend? Because if we're being perfectly honest, the debt in this game, yeah, it's a cool gimmick and it sort of fits with this corporate space future that people like to do sci-fi about. Which, you know, I'm ready for this sort of thing. People think it's a bad thing. I'm like, no, give me all the bloody corporate everything. Because I'm a capitalist through and through. But like, I feel that it's a cool concept, it's a cool theme, it's a cool framework for a story. But then, as a gameplay mechanic, like, it doesn't... You're not really in debt, truly. Because you're not trying to put the kids through school and pay off a mortgage or anything like that. If you know what I mean, like, the debt... Are you really in debt if it doesn't affect you at all? I suppose is the philosophical quandary. We've got 4 minutes left. Salvage furniture, salvage storage, salvage metal. These are all crap ones, to be perfectly honest. My tolerance for these little bloody collect fucking 20 storage things? No. Not interested that much these days. What is rumbling in there? So you know what? Might just yank the core. So I can get to the ECU. Okay. Okay. Yeah. But, like, that's the thing as well, like... Because I don't mind, you know, a bit of storytelling theme and that sort of thing. That's cool. Now, we have already isolated that line, haven't we? So we should be able to burn this out, right?
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's just... Like, I'm not trying to bash it, it's more that it just raises an interesting question. That it is actually... It's so weak a gameplay loop that it's just not. That's interesting. How come we can see? Is it because I turned the power off first? Could be. When I see something different with my cooling system, I think to myself, is this the time that it glitches and auto-detonates? Let's hope not. Are you going to explode immediately? Well, we'll be in the shit. Fuck. This is the scariest part. Alright. That's fine. There we go. We're laughing now. We just need to get it clear so it doesn't spark up. That said, who gives a shit if this whole ship explodes at this point?
Alright, Cutter. Wrap it up. You got about a minute left.
There we go.
Salvage and destroy.
Oh, a minute. Shit. Hang on.
Training.
Look at that. So clean. Where's the bloody ECU? How come I can't see it on my scanner? What the fuck? Why wasn't it there? Oh, well, that's the end of that. I don't... Hey, can we burn that wall out? Let's find out. Let's find out real quick.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Alright, we're not going to be able to get it. That's cool that you can just pull it out through that. Alright, that's a lot less worrisome. Because I've always pulled it through the floor. So I was just thinking in terms of that. And that we'd have to remove more shell and all that sort of stuff. Like, no, it doesn't seem so, actually. We can just pull that side wall out. Easy. But, yeah, I definitely left it a little bit too late in the piece. But that's not the end of the world. We still got, what, 940? ECU would have been another 300, right? So 1200? would have, like, I know we didn't get it, and it's all good and well to say woulda, coulda, but that's an easily correctable sort of mistake in future. So 1200 seems reasonable. That's actually quite a bit, and we still got like bloody 5 million because we got the core out. I think that was pretty clockwork. Pretty good. Gotta be careful when I sort of meander and rant about stuff like that on this save, because this is the one that we can instantly die on. But yeah, I'd be curious what people have to say about all the points that I raised. Basically, yeah, like I said, I'm sorry, but I just can't justify sitting down and recording for a huge session when I have, you know, like I said, this is a job for me. Everyone runs their channels differently, you know. I know there are guys that put up 1 video a week or something like that, but, you know, I'm 6 a day and that's how I do it, and I see incredible growth and results, and, you know, I earn money from it. So, you know, I'm not being mechanical about it, but I definitely treat this, you know, as a job and a profession, and that's sort of my rhythm. So that doesn't leave a lot of space for me to sit down and record for like an hour and a half of sessions. But I'm sure you guys would understand and appreciate that. But you know, occasionally I do like to just be candid and open and honest. And also thoughts on the debt thing. I'm still having a hard time getting my head around it, because I'm one of the, you could probably go back to the early videos and I'll be like, I think it's so cool, it's such great world building, it's really clever, because I still feel that way, the idea of you being in debt and having to work it off. But the sort of inverse of it, if you step back, you know, the 100-foot view and look at it, it's almost like I've been given an infinite line of credit. There are no consequences. There are hardly any things for me to buy in this game, true, but because of this debt framework, I can buy them as much as I fucking want. Like, I'm getting locked out of buying upgrades because I need XP and LT and all that sort of stuff to get them, and certification. That's different though, that's a progression system. But as far as the economy in this game, which is pretty much just utility keys and repair kits, I can buy them as much as I want. Whether that's smart or not doesn't matter. My point is, I could buy 200 utility keys if I want, and the only consequence is this debt that doesn't affect me just goes up. Whereas in a game with a correct economy, I physically wouldn't have the capital to buy those keys in the first place. So it is interesting. At first we sort of like, oh, you're in debt, it's horrible. But on the other side of it, they've just extended you an infinite line of credit, and it's kind of destroyed, like, I don't even know why they sell you keys or anything like that anymore, you know, because you don't really have money in any sort of consequential manner. So yeah, it's a lot of effort to implement this mechanic for fluff when it doesn't contribute any gameplay at all. Anyway, but I'd be curious what people think, because I don't know how to fix it. I like the theme. People enjoy that theme of just being indentured in debt and trying to work it off. I think it's a relatable human thing, because to all varying degrees we have debt. You know, even the most stringent hardcore dudes, a lot of them buy houses and take out a loan or whatever, but trying to get out from under the debt is very much a Western human cultural sort of concept. So like, I can understand why everyone gets around it and likes it, and, you know, at its core, you know, that's why I enjoy it too. It's relatable, but I feel like it's only halfway there. Like, okay, you've got the idea and it's clever and you've implemented it in a sci-fi setting, but how do you turn it into proper gameplay implications? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. So I'm curious what people have to say. Anyway, team, thanks again for joining me. We might just leave it there for the time being, and I will catch you guys on the next one.